right to take
Don't
photos.
even try and touch me. Don't you try and touch me. Let me out.
I'm asking you now to delete that photo. If you don't delete the photo, I will phone.
I'm clarifying the law. You cannot chuck him out.
I can actually.
No, you can't. It's a medical alert. But I've just been to the police
Right.
station to discuss this.
Okay, have you got the registration
There's no
documents?
such thing.
There is.
There's
There
not.
absolutely is. We need evidence to show we are a food store, therefore we
He goes
can't
to
ask you
restaurants, he goes to the doctors, and he's been to the police station 5 minutes ago to discuss the shop up there. They've been
I'm really sorry.
Now let's
but
choose the cash machine.
I need you to leave. You
No.
cannot keep the dog
Right,
in.
we'll phone the police.
I
Phone the
can
police.
take the dog and hold
Phone
the
the
dog
police.
outside for you, unless you want to take some evidence with you.
Phone the police.
I'm not phoning the police.
Well, then can I just use the cash machine?
I'm
I can't
asking you to
leave my
leave.
dog.
You need to take the dog
No, phone the
outside.
Dry Law police station. They'll come and tell you the same thing they told the shop up there.
I'm asking you to leave. If you've got documentation to show me that this is an actual alert dog, then
There is
absolutely
no documentation.
fine. Yes, there is.
Oh, there's not.
Yes,
There's
there is.
not. Look up the law. Look up the
I
law.
have looked up the law, and it is stipulated that any
Look
dog
on
that is used.
ADUK. ADUK's website. Assistant
Right,
Dogs UK.
I'm not going to continue arguing. I'll just ask you to leave.
No. Hey, you let
If
me
you
use
don't
cash
leave, I
machine.
will ask the police to come
Right,
down
there
and
then.
escort you out. I'm not letting you use the cash machine because the cash
What, you're
machine.
actually going to stop me using the cash machine?
I'm asking you to go outside. Please don't take a photo. You do not have the right to take a photo. I mean,
And it's for police evidence. If you're not
you
going to
can
let me...
police evidence all you
I'll
want.
put my dog outside and then I'm using the cash machine.
I'll hold your dog.
No, I'll get someone else to hold them. Sorry. Marley. Bob.
Yeah.
They're saying he can't come in. Fucking idiots in there. They wouldn't even let me use the cash machine. I tried to just use it and I took a video of her and she went, don't talk to me. Fucking gonna go right. They'll be getting reported as well. This is getting reported, by the way.
That's absolutely fine.
Look at the shop up there has already had a warning from police.
It's exactly the same from everybody else. You need to give us identification
Look,
for the
there
dog.
is no such
that
thing.
States that your dog
I'm
is a
trying
working
to.
dog.
Look,
If the dog is a working dog, it will have evidence to support that.
that's against the law.
It's not against
Certain
the law.
organisations do have ID, some don't. It is against the law. There's no
If it is
official
a
registration.
working dog,
He is a
then
working
you'll be able
dog.
to get it.
There's no such thing. No cash available.
There's not any cash available.
Why didn't you tell me that a minute ago?
You've been stood here too busy bloody arguing instead of reading what's in front of you.
You've got a big sign up there.
Yeah, well, she was harassing me from a dog,
I
so I
was
didn't read that.
harassing you. I was asking you to leave because you had
And
a
I
dog
told
to store.
you, you're breaking
I'm
the
asking
law.
you to leave now.
I'm telling you, you're
Get
breaking the
out.
law. I'm putting the police on you then.
Crack on.
Breaking the law, both of you.
I'm not breaking the
Yes,
law
you
at
are.
all.
It's a medical
No
alert, though.
dogs are allowed in any
Right,
retail
yes.
store
Yes, they are.
without documentation.
Yes, they are.
Get out.
Yes, they are.
You do not have the right to take
Don't
photos.
even try and touch me. Don't you try and touch me. Let me out.
I'm asking you now to delete that photo. If you don't delete the photo, I will phone.
So at this point, she basically locked the door and refused to let me leave. I told her I have PTSD and I cannot cope with being locked inside somewhere like that. She didn't care. She kept saying I had to delete the photo. I said to her, it's not a photo. Like, why the hell would I want a photo of her? I said, it's video evidence that you've just illegally made me put my assistant's dog outside. And basically she was like, no, you're not leaving until you delete that. And I said, right, if you think I'm in the wrong here, and that's why you're locking me in, phone the police on me. And she was like, no, I'm not going to phone the police. I was like, right, well, let me go then. No, I'm not going to do that. Like, she was just being an absolute nutter. She kept looking out the door at my boyfriend and laughing. And she kept, like, smirking at me and stuff. She was just being an absolute crackpot. Yeah, I had to phone 999 and be like, right, I'm locked in this shop. I'm freaking out. I've got PTSD. She's locked the door. I can't cope. She's already separated me from my assistant's dog. 10 minutes later, they still hadn't arrived. And I was freaking out. And, like, my heart was going poof, 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 poof. And I was so close to just smashing the windows and shit. Like I said, I have PTSD. I have other mental health problems as well. This was just an insanely stressful situation, especially with me being separated from my dog as well. That made it 10 times worse. But the only thing that kept me remotely calm was knowing that so far she was completely in the wrong and I'd done nothing wrong. So I was just trying to, like, keep my, you know, my emotional crap in. It's just, you know, so that I wouldn't end up having police arrive and me get lifted for smashing windows and shit. So I just tried to stay as calm as I could, even though I felt like I was about to die. Like, I really did. I honestly could not cope. My boyfriend even, like, came to the door. He was like, let her out, let her out. And she was just like, nope. Not until she deletes the video. I was like, I'm not deleting the video. It's evidence that you're breaking the law. And she was like, I'm not breaking the law. And I was like, well, why can't I keep it then? I was like, I'm showing this to police. And she was like, no, you're not going anywhere until you delete that video. And I was like, right, well, we'll wait for the police then. And again, she refused to phone the police herself, which kind of shows that she knew she was in the wrong. So after my second call to police, I waited a bit longer after that. They started opening the door to let customers in and then letting them out through a back door. And then at one point, she ended up leaving the door to go and let a customer out the back. And I just ran out the front door. I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to stand here like a fucking idiot. As soon as she realised I was going, she was like, oh, fuck. It was quite funny, actually. I was like, I don't know what the hell was going on in her little head. She's absolutely nuts. Like, I wish I had the video from that point on. But once the police arrived, like, they were like, well, she's really worried that you're going to share this video. And because I was so fucked up at the time, like, this just messed with my head so bad. In fact, I ended up having a massive panic attack the next day just trying to leave my house. Yeah, it made it hard for me to respond appropriately. So when they were like, oh, she's worried about you sharing it, like, I wish I'd just said, you know what, I don't care. She broke the law. And I'm going to fight against this. I'm going to stand up to these kind of people. But I didn't. I was just like, no, I won't share it. I won't share it. And they were like, can you delete it then in front of me? And I was just like, okay then. And I did. But I'd already uploaded the bit that I've put on this video here. It actually uploaded to Facebook while I was still in the shop. So then I got home thinking I had no video. And then my sister was like, oh, but blah, 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 blah. Like, mentioning shit that was in the video. I was like, what, how do you know? And then turned out it had been uploaded to Facebook. So yeah, I still have this bit. And you know what, I am going to share it. I don't care. I'm actually seriously considering suing the fuckers. Like, partly for disability discrimination, separating me from my assistant's dog kind of thing. Partly for, like, locking me in, like wrongful imprisonment kind of thing. And for fucking emotional distress. Like, and that's not something I take lightly. I know people try and say, oh, emotional distress, like, just for shits and giggles. Well, not shits and giggles, you know, try to think, oh, I could sue for emotional distress. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying I literally fucking have PTSD. I got held fucking captive in a house overnight. Like, it's something I've struggled to deal with for years. I was told I wasn't getting out alive. And I really believed that. The guy had a fucking weapon. He'd left someone else unconscious. It was terrifying. So, yeah, that really, really fucks with my head. And I was shit scared. And I told this woman that I was scared and that I had PTSD and I could not cope with being locked in like that. And she just kept smirking at me. Like, she thought it was all some big fucking game. So, yeah. Like, I think I already said this earlier, but I actually ended up having a fucking massive panic attack the next day just trying to leave my house. Like, that's how much this shit fucked with my head. Excuse my language, but I'm actually getting stressed out even just talking about this. Like, it was the most fucked up situation I've been in recent years, and it's definitely the most fucked up situation I've been in, like, that revolved around an access issue. Like, until this point, the worst access issue I ever had was the one in the shop just round the corner from there where they made me leave my dog outside. It was the first time that I'd ever actually had to leave my dog outside somewhere, and it's the second time just round the corner. But like, this time, they're like, why did she have to lock me in? Like, I'd already put my dog outside. She insisted she was doing nothing wrong and that she wasn't breaking the law, so why the fuck was she so bothered about the video? Like, just so many things are just so wrong in this situation. But yeah, it's a whole messed up situation.